Check, check. Okay, here we are. Welcome down to the gold mine. And for the first time this year, since January 3rd or 4th, I believe, when I've been live streaming post every Denver Nuggets game, I don't want to do this one. And it's not because they lost. It's not even because they lost to the Cavaliers. It's not even that they blew a 10-point, 11-point fourth quarter lead. It's that they lost to James motherfucking Harden and Donovan Gay Spider Mitchell. Those are the two people that I can't stand the most in the NBA, except for maybe Shea. But to be honest, Shea's probably a decent, nice guy, as dorky as he is. Harden, no. Mitchell, what the f is up with him? But this isn't an ad hominem attack. This is a venting session, we'll say. Now, what I see in this game is the Denver Nuggets. I've made it clear on this show. Every game, going into every game, I feel like Denver's going to lose. I don't know what to name that. It's not like I'm doom and gloom, but it's like, it's not pessimistic. It's more, you don't win a game until you actually win it. You have to win the game. You have to earn the game. Nobody gives you a game. So you're never guaranteed to win. And I assume I've seen them lose 20-point leads in the fourth quarter, in the playoffs, in a game 7. They're definitely my daughter's team played tonight. They were getting their royal asses kicked in the first quarter. And I was like, ooh, they ended up catching up and almost won on a last second shot. Any lead isn't safe in basketball if one team falls apart and the other one comes back. And if James Harden shoots another 3, yeah, I can't stand losing to the beard. And what's up with Donovan Mitchell? Like, every time I watch him, I get more and more irritated. The way he moves, his cocky little grins, his dorky little... Is he a guy that was raised without a father? That's what it seems like. Let's go to YouTube here. Let me see. So the reason I'm going to YouTube is to show you. We're going to look at this together. And of course, we're not going to. Not that, but that. Okay. So here we are on YouTube. And I'm going to just type in Donovan. Oh, I didn't even get that far. Donald Trump's 4th, but Donovan, did it hear me? Donovan Mitchell being gay. Why are you gay? Donovan Mitchell, Coco Jones. Who gives a fuck? Donovan Mitchell being zesty. I wonder if Donovan Mitchell is actually friends with Karl Anthony Towns. But you got to watch this fucking. Okay, here we go. Whoa. Wait. I'm in the NBA. Okay, yeah. There's that. That's what irritates me. It's just the way he walks with his hands, his big-ass long arms. I mean, there's just... Okay, we're done with Donovan Mitchell. The problem tonight was Murray and Jokic. It was obvious that Jokic did not want to be there. These players are already on an all-star break, and they're probably frustrated. I mean, Murray's thankful to be on All-Stars, I think, but he wants to take a break already. And they seem to be on vacation tonight. What's crazy is that several other players stepped up. Christian Brown, Julian Strawther. Who else had a good game? Cam Johnson, not too bad. Hardaway hit at least 3 threes. So everyone's stepping up, but what did Joker have? Like 7 turnovers? He did not seem like he wanted to get into the paint. There was one time when Joker was on the right wing and Cam was kind of close to him, and Joker gets the ball at the three-pointer, the three-point line, and he waves Cam off. He's like, "Get out of here! I want this guy," and he just backs him down and barbecue chickens him. Allen, boom. Like, why aren't we doing that every play? Why are we not? Oh, because Jokic doesn't want to. He just wants to pretend like he's going down until he gets doubled and kick it out to somebody. And maybe he had what, 15 assists or something? But still, sometimes you got to take over the game. You literally have the absolute winning lottery ticket of being able to dominate a game. Like, you might not make every shot, but if you go down to the rim every time, you are going to get points. And we needed points. We needed a lot of points. We didn't get any points. You know what? Before we go to stats, let me show you this, because window. There it is. Okay, so here we go. This is the chart of the jersey win rates. This is my thing from last year. And up until this point, I think I mentioned in the last show, I was starting to get worried about statement at home. It was 2 and 5, 2 out of 7, which is like 28%. I'm like, not good. So the total win rate is 63% now with another loss. We need 6 wins straight to reach the 40-20 mark. But at 63%, any jersey over 63 is a better win rate than average, correct? Well, we have the top 2, association, home and away. That's this one. This is why I wore this jersey tonight. I pulled my statement jersey and I was like, you know what? I talked about that. I'm going to bring in, we beat the curse with the white jersey from last year by buying this one. Now, I realize this is all in fun and jest, these superstitions. So don't take it too serious. But as you can see, they are 14 and 6 overall in the white jersey, 2 and 0 on the road or at home. Now with a 25% win rate at home in the Mile High City jersey statement, maybe you want to swap that. I mean, they obviously don't have the chance to swap it, but if you're a betting man and you see them playing at home in the statement in the upcoming schedule, you got no other jersey. There's 8 jerseys, right? There's 4 jerseys, home and away for each. So there's 8 jersey rates, win rates. Of the 8, you would think 4 would be below and 4 would be above average. Only 3 are below and 5 are above average. But no other jersey win rate is below 50%, as you can see. If you look over in this area, 50% is the next worst. That's 2 and 2. And that's a small sample size. The sample size is 54 divided by 8. That's 6 games per. So 6 games per jersey would give you a reasonable sample size, right? So City Edition, 6 games, 5 and 1, 83.3%. That's the black jerseys on the road. Well above average. 5 games, pretty good sample size, 60%. Slightly below. That's only one of the 3. That's one of the 3 that's below. The other one is this 50% icon, which is the blue jersey on the road. So if you're 70% at home in the icon, you're 100% at home in the association, and you're 25% at home at the statement, maybe you should stop wearing the statement at home. But like I said, you can't change the schedule. You can't change the jersey schedule. We're going to have to look at the schedule and the upcoming statement games at home. No, Denver had every opportunity to win this game, and definitely should win the next game against Memphis, although, as I just said, I will always be hesitant before the game to think that they're going to win until they actually earn it. And that's what it comes down to. It's not that I think Denver's going to lose every game. It's just that I know they can lose every game if they don't show up. And it doesn't take much in the NBA to lose a game. It doesn't take much. I don't care if you're playing the worst team. Those MFers out there on the floor, Some of them aren't making that much money, and they want to show that they can be paid more. And so they're hustling. You're taking food off the plate. You're beating them. So they bring it. Now, I would like to assume that as Denver gets their health back, like to me, Jamal seemed hurt. I know he said he wasn't hurt after the last game, but he just seemed off, obviously. Joker seems like he put on like 20 pounds and doesn't want to be there, which is typical. And that's what he's going to look like in the playoffs, not going to lie. But we want to hope that once everyone's back, and Peyton, that we'll be unstoppable. But what good is it to be unstoppable if you're the freaking 5th or 6th seed? One thing I wanted to mention about these stupid inbounds plays that Denver has. The inbounds Denver plays have got to be the most asinine plays I've ever seen drawn up. It's like they don't even draw them up. They're just like, okay, I want you to throw the ball in, and wherever Jokic is, I don't care if there's 7 guys on him, throw it to him. I don't care if he's 14 feet behind the 3-point line. He'll turn around and throw it up, and it might go in. That's their only play. Last second play. Oh, also, how does freaking the one thing I started yelling at the TV for was use your challenge, the foul against Murray. I thought it was a definite no call. You don't call that foul. I mean, they hit hard, but the energy is coming from the offensive player. But even if you challenge it and lose the foul, they can adjust the time. And they should have had more time. They should have like 2 seconds instead of 0.9. They have 2 seconds. They can actually run a play. And let me draw the play up for you. It's pretty fucking simple. Do the same exact thing you do every time, which is spread everyone out and don't move them anywhere. Have Jokic run as far away from the basket as he can and close as he can to the ball so it looks like their stupid normal play. And then when he gets it, just throw it backwards to the rim. And Cam Johnson will run from the back, and if he can beat his guy to the ball, grab and finish, you got your shot. That's the play they need to run, which is similar to the play they actually ran where Jamal Murray at the end of the game broke free from the masses by cutting to the basket. The inbounds went over everyone's head. Jamal for the easy lay-in or dunk, I forget. That's their only inbounds play of any worth mentioning. So really frustrated not calling the challenge. Really frustrated not having time. But Denver deserved to lose this from the start, the way Jokic is playing. Let's check them stats. NBA. So in order to show this one, I have to go do that and that and that and that. And then of course it's going to do that. What? Oh, it's over here. All right, so here's our NBA.com. And we got the Cavs and the Nuggets. We got the box score. Mitchell seals win with his bullshit free throws. Yeah, cool. Murray fouls him, the guy who missed free throws to tie a game or win a game. And he makes them. Good for you, Spider. I fucking hate spiders. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit. And do we even want to look at their stats? No, not at the moment. Okay, I want to look at 3-point percentage. Julian, 33%. Okay. I feel like he should have made one more, which would have put him at 50. Makes sense, but he was playing hot in the beginning, but he wasn't at the end of the game. He wasn't even out there. What the hell? Cam John, 2 for 3. Awesome. Jokic, 0 for 2. Man. 4 for 8 from Christian Brown. What a step-up game for him. What do you have, 20 points? Wow. So 20. Look at that. Did Jokic have – oh, I was like, did Jokic have 10 points? Wait. So 20 from Christian, 22 from Jokic, 20 from Strother, only 17 from Murray. How was Cam John a -7 and Bruce Brown? I think Bruce Brown was the weakest link for sure. Julian Strother should have been out there. But he did have 5 fouls. Cameron Johnson had 5 fouls. Christian Brown and Julian Strother had 4 each. But why? What are you moving over from? You guys see that? Yeah. So a +3, Julian Strother. +3, Christian Brown. +6, Hardaway Jr. Do we see a trend here? What was Hardaway Jr.? 33, 3 of 9. Not bad. 4 of 10 from total, so 1 of 1. So 3 of 9 and 1 of 1. And 1 of 2 on free throws. That wasn't terribly great. What did we shoot? 80% on free throws? They started out making 9 and 9. What did Jokic have over here? So he had 22, 14, and 11. 2 steals, 1 block, 7 turnovers. My God, that's the problem. Jonas Valanciunas, not terrible. 12 points, plus minus even. How are we doing this? Man, let's look at these rat heads. What did Beardman have? He only had 22? Donovan Mitchell with 32. Fuck you NBA, All-NBA, Zestmeister. Yeah, I'll put you on the All-NBA team. The All-NBA, dude, I'm trying to think of gay jokes, and I can't even think of one. Well, you'll be on that team with Kat. And there's the guy from the Warriors. Actually, I don't even know if he's on the Warriors anymore. What are we doing? Plus minus 13 for Sam Merrill, which is crazy because he had 4 fouls right off the bat, or 3 fouls right off the bat, and they took him out. He only had what? How many minutes? 25 minutes, and he was a plus 13? What the fluff? Tyson, 31 minutes plus 11. Schroeder. Yeah, good job, Schroeder. Love to see you do bad. Minus 14. And then Tomlin, minus 10, and Bryant. What was it? Thomas Bryant used to play for the Nuggets. He was really annoying to Jokic, and Jokic didn't want to fuck with it. Not going to blame him. Well, what do we see on the team? -2. Yes, we did lose by 2. Can you get both of them at the same time? No. Game charts. Shooting charts. What the fuck was up with Jamal? A lot of X's on that one. 2 in the challenge. What do they call that? Charge circle. 2 more paint. 1 at the free throw line and 1 3. What was he? 1 for 5? 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 for 6. Ouch. Bad game from Jamal. Jokic. He had 4 in the paint, 2 misses, 1 just outside, 1 foot on the line, 3 misses outside. Okay. Not a lot of shots. What I'm seeing there, not a lot of shots. How about the old Strother? Oh, look at that. That's a pretty good game. I'd like to see him take more out the top of the key because he makes those too. But not bad. Not bad. The lead tracker. Oh my God. Do you even want to see this? You know what the lead tracker is, so it starts out in red because Cleveland went up 6-0, and that was their biggest lead of the game. They literally went up 6-0, and that was their biggest lead. Julian Strother then scores 6 straight to tie it. Denver goes on like a 12-0 run and is up 12-6. You can see that it went from 2, 4, 6 down to 3, no, 4, 3. Yeah, down to 3, and then even, and then Denver's up 2, even, 3, 5, 7. So they went on a nice little run there in the first quarter, and they kept it solid all the way through. Even the second quarter, they almost gave up the lead. They definitely trended towards the giving up the lead here at halftime and through halftime, which they normally do. They even let the Little Rascals back in to go up by a point or two midway through the third. But then they go back down to an 11-point lead, which they had earlier. And it not only does it withers away and gets down to what, 3? 2 or 3, and back up to 7 with what, 4 minutes to go. Jokic checked back in with three and some, and then it's, they're still up, what, 3 points until the very end. It doesn't even show Cleveland taking the lead at the end. Longest run 10, 7 ties, 4 lead changes, biggest lead 11. Wow. Mitchell with 32, Jokic with 22. I guess he had the most. 22, 14, and 11. So he leads all teams in rebounds and assists. And was he second in points? Harden had 22. Second or third in points. But still, look at that. 7 blocks from the Cavs. 1 block from Denver. Denver did have 9 steals. They had a lot of good steals. Rebounds 46 to 39. That's nice. 25 each for assists. Slightly less field goal percentage for the Nuggets, and a slightly less 3-point percentage, and a slightly less free throw percentage. And that comes down to a 2-point loss, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the Cavs have taken down the Denver Nuggets again at home, where they struggle. They struggle at home. Let's see if we go. You see that? Okay. Let's go around the association. Last time, so this is today. Trying to zoom in a little more. All right. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. The Timberwolves won. Doesn't matter. Sixers, yeah. So no West games really to write home about. But the previous day saw the Timberwolves losing, so that was a positive that I noticed. Now, what do we got tomorrow? Because Denver is not playing tomorrow. Maybe, no, they're not. I was going to say maybe the Memphis Grizzlies will be playing tomorrow, but they're not. Because on Wednesday, they will be in Denver. Where are they? Well, that's a lot of games on Wednesday, isn't it? 7 p.m. Wednesday. We will be back here at 11 p.m. Wednesday, unless the game goes to overtime. Then we probably shoot for 11:30, and I always like to get it done before midnight, or started before midnight, so 11:55 at the worst. Come watch as we break down the hopefully easy win over the Memphis Grizzlies. Although I think they're going to lose every time they play. What do we got with the Thunder? The Thunder's playing the Suns. That might be a little bit of a battle. T-Wolves at home against the Blazers. That might go either way, believe it or not. Blazers just beat somebody, I forget. Rockets and Clippers. That's a interesting one. Could see the Clippers taking a win there. We want to see the Rockets lose, right? And then you got Spurs Warriors. Most likely the Spurs can handle their business. Kings Jazz don't matter. And then Denver's done, and apparently the league is done on Thursday with 3 more games. So the Lakers and the Thunder have an opportunity to lose one more game after we've stopped, which is fine. The All-Star game will be Sunday the 15th. Oh, Valentine's is Saturday. Did I get that wrong? Remind me of that. Also remind me to take my trash out tonight. And if you bet last time that I would forget, you won. Because I did forget. And then I called the trash place and I'm like, can I bring it in myself? And they've let me 100 times before in the past, but now they changed their policy and they're like, oh, yeah, you can bring it in. What was the address? Oh, well, the driver said he was there and it wasn't out. They took a picture. Seriously? So the fuck what? I can't bring it in? Well, you can bring it in, but they're going to charge you 26 bucks or whatever. Like, what? Okay. I'm literally paying $30 a month. Give me a break. I think it's $30 a month. Like $100 a quarter. TMI. What are we trying to do here? Sunday. Oh, remind me of Valentine's Day. And then Thursday, the 19th, is Denver back on the first day back? Yep. Against the Clippers. Wow, that'll be a late one. 8:30. So I'm actually going to be broadcasting at 12:30 a.m. Friday, February 20th on that game. Because we got to start 4 hours after the tip-off. Why? Well, that's how long the game takes. And then we wait for the DNVR guys to do their show because they do a much better job. So if you came here joining me from that show, I appreciate it. We had a couple people slip in, no comments, but you're welcome to leave comments if you want. This is, like I said, this is a show I didn't want to do. What are you going to talk about? And we're getting their ass kicked when 5 players played really good. But their main player, and Jamal was off. I think Jamal's hurt. I think Jokic he's off too. He is definitely off. And he did take a elbow, arm, forearm to the ribs at one point, and I saw him grimacing. He went to free throws, but that kind of bothered him. What you gonna do? Do I have any more notes here? Yeah, inbounds plays are terrible. That's basically the only thing I wrote. Jamal and Yoke were off. They don't want to score. Yeah, it was frustrating. Denver had plenty of chances to put this away, plenty of chances to play better, plenty of chances to not throw stupid passes. That's one thing I can't understand, especially with my team. Unfortunately, my team's done for the season. Let's see, the last show was on Monday, so I probably talked about that, but we had a hell of a day. We went to the tournament, and we were the 5th seed out of 9, and we played the 4th seed and beat them solidly, and we had lost to them in our first loss of the year. So that was a revenge win. Then we were playing the number 1 team that has not lost by more than, but has not lost at all, and has not won by less than 30 points the entire season. And we got them down to 3 and almost got them at the end. And that was a heck of a battle. Why did I bring that up? Not sure. Oh, I'm thinking about my own basketball endeavors. And then I've been watching a little high school. My daughter plays, so it's interesting to see bad passes. That's what I was talking about. You want to tell, I mean, we're literally on the sidelines yelling, hold it, rip. That's what I say, rip. So you grab the ball, you don't just hold it there. Because guess what? Everyone around you is going to try and grab it. As soon as you get a hold of it, or as you get a hold of it, you got to rip. You got to rip to your hip, rip to your other hip, rip down, rip up, rip that fucking ball out of their hands. Then relax. You don't need to turn and throw it halfway up the court. You definitely don't need to throw it to running players in the middle of 5 defenders in the middle of the court. But that is what these kids do nonstop. To me, that's what Jokic seemed to be doing. He was just hucking passes in where one guy was trying to cut, and there's 3 defenders telegraphing the whole time. I can't stand bad passes. I can tolerate misses. I can tolerate dry spells in shooting. I can even tolerate bad defense. But bad passes, bad turnovers, oh, irritating. We made it 30 minutes. I'm tired, so I'm going to get out of here. But thank you for joining me. And if you're watching this later on in the years to come, just know that Denver no longer has beaten the 40-20 mark. And it's crazy how just a few games ago, when Jokic comes back, they go 10-6 without Jokic. It's an amazing stretch. We should have lost all our games, but we didn't. Jokic comes back and they win the first game back, and then they lose 3 straight. Back when Jokic won that game, it was like, the sky's the limit. We're the best in the world. We're going to get the number 1 seed. Watch out. Then you lose to Oklahoma City, Detroit, and New York, the top 3 teams, more or less, top 3 or 4 anyway, in the league, and you still use your cope mechanisms to tell you, hey, well, we still have people hurt, and Jokic just came back, and these are all the toughest teams, and so they're going to be tough games. We got them all close, but yeah, that's copium. So go smoke yourself some copium, and I will see you in 2 days on the Little Nugget Show. And if you want to know anything about growing cannabis, I will be back here tomorrow night at 11 p.m. to talk the Grow Show live with Flaco Watts. And then, so that's Wednesday, right? Grow Show Wednesday. Nuggets Thursday? No, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, so today's Monday, right? Yeah. So the Nuggets play Wednesday. Then Thursday we'll have another Grow Show. Then Friday I'm gonna have an On Faith and Doubt show. Or no, not that one. Eyes to See show. And if you don't know what that is, you can see them on my live tab on my website. I would appreciate it if you went there. If you had a second, go to my Flaco Watts page. Unless you're actually watching it on the Little Nugget page. But I have 4 channels: the Little Nugget channel, the Flaco Watts channel, the On Faith and Doubt channel, and the Eyes to See channel. Each one I could really use a subscription from you, because while I have 8,800 and some in Flaco Watts, we want to get to 10,000, but the other ones are brand new, and I have like 14, 6, and 1. So you can make a positive impact and join me on any of these shows basically every night for the entire year, because that's what I've committed to, even though I did not want to do this one. Every night the entire year at 11 p.m., you will find me live on the YouTube, as long as we don't get an electromagnetic pulse that blows out all of the electronics in the room. Or we blow up the entire world with nuclear weapons, or anything weird happens to me, knock on wood. Good night, folks. I'm going to go hit the punching bag.